This game is a work of fiction. Oh, yeah. And no resemblance. Oh, all that stuff. Alright, howdy, howdy. Frosty here, welcome. Um, let's just go in the middle. Performance. This is Amerzone, The Explorer's Legacy. Alright, this is a demo, so let's see if this game is... You wish to enjoy the ambience and story with moderate difficulty level puzzles. You find more documents and guides to progress through among the various destinations of your journey. In addition, the hints you can unlock from your journal are more precise. You get stuck more often, will need to explore and experiment more to solve the puzzles. You will find fewer documents, help to progress through the various destinations of your adventure. Hint unlock the future. Okay. Alright. France. In loving memory of Benoit Socal. With the kind permission of Martin, Jules, and Hugo Socal. Alright, alright. Published by Microids. And it's on Unity, I think. CEO Stephanie Longarde. Skip! So I'm guessing it's like a walking sim with puzzles, is my understanding. But let's see. Let's see if it's more than that. I'm on PlayStation 5. Okay, I'm like... Okay, okay. Human on a bicycle. Maybe not a walking simulator. It's doing that thing walking simulators do where they look around slowly.
You're the journalist, aren't you? I gave him your letter the other day. The professor's probably read it. He received another letter this morning. I put it in his mailbox. It was a letter from the museum. Letters from the museum. They always mean trouble. Hey, maybe you could take it to him. He has trouble moving around, you know. He's an old man. You know what I mean. You want my advice? He should see a doctor. Well, that's what I think anyway. Oh, and have a care. It looks like something fell from your bag over there. Well, then have a nice day.
Okay. We didn't even get a choice. He didn't even pick it up for us? Okay. Okay. Look around. Oh, okay, so it's not even a walking sim. It's a... Alright, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Professor Alexander Vallenbois. He awaits you at his lighthouse in Brittany. Despite his unsavory reputation, he's the only expert on the little-known Amerzone. And we absolutely have to fill those last pages in the feature that Camille left so empty. Vallenbois seems to have enjoyed your communications. Get what you can from him face to face and get back to Paris as soon as possible. The accounts department refuses to cover any hotel fees for this report. Emma Fitzgerald, editor-in-chief, Mondial Magazine. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll just be interacting, like we'll be in a room and we'll have to interact with the various things in the room. Unless we are getting movement. Press X when the icon appears to move the direction shown. You can skip the movement by quickly double pressing X. Okay. So I have to select the lighthouse and I just press X to move. Alright. So it's not a walking simulator, it's the alternate to the walking sim. The picking locations and it's like a point and click adventure. Okay. Point and click. Point and click. You gotta use the thingy. Oh my gosh. Can we zoom in? Alright, we got journal. Diary. Okay, the return ticket. September 12, 1998. It has finally happened. After months of waiting, unanswered requests, and some fairly desperate reminders? Mondale magazine has finally given me some work. My first gig. The magazine needs something to sound off its end of year. Geography feature. Good old join writing. Off will be dedicated to a little known South American country, Amerzone. It's next to Brazil apparently, though must admit I've never heard of it. My initial research hasn't turned anything up so far. We'll have to try and find an expert on the subject. Okay. I can't click anything. I can't zoom in. Oh, I can zoom in. Okay, so what's that? L1 to zoom in. One tiny fraction. Okay, and you can skip it. The movement.
My friend, this old fool is overjoyed that your editor has finally decided to send you to interview me in person.
Alright, sit back and relax.
Has been. Our recent correspondence will not allow me to discuss certain subjects as freely as I would like. The subject of your special issue, the Amerzone. You must be aware that it hits very close to home for me. That mysterious land is both the source of my greatest joys and my deepest disgrace. As my old friends at the museum probably told you. But no matter what they say, I know what really happened over there in the 30s when my companions and I ventured into the unknown wilds.
There's obviously no rush. Standing at every viewpoint on this whole journey to just stand randomly and aimlessly look into the distance.
My friends and I, we
It is a ship.
caused harm. Harm that I am determined to heal today. But I need your help. Not only to finally bring my version of what happened to light, but perhaps to do even more.
Madame Do.
Time is running out. So, safe travels, my friend.
Alright, can we right the wrongs
I
on
am
this
quite
whirlwind
pleased to
adventure?
welcome you to my humble abode. Signed, Professor Alexandre Valenbois.
Valenboy. Okay. I wish that you could use the right stick, because it's all on the left stick, and it's like, that's just a bit archaic. Quick exploration. Okay, cursor opacity, display notifications of which are... Can I do it on the right stick? Handling objects. You can directly control most mechanical elements in your surroundings. Okay. Examining objects from all angles will help you discover useful information. Press and hold up. Okay. Who uses the left stick to examine things? I don't know what planet these developers are on. You do everything with the right stick? And then you wouldn't have it hooked up to X? Whoop, 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 whoop. Why is it doing that? Alright. Alexander Van Boy, Roger's Lighthouse, Langton, France. Mr. Valenboy, we have thoroughly examined your plans for a new expedition to the Amerzone and regret to inform you that we are unable to give a positive response to your grant request. First, the present economic situation does not permit us to finance such a risky expedition. Second, my colleagues and I are of the opinion that, unfortunately, you should not renounce that empirical fallacy which was once at the root of a lengthy dispute between yourself and the museum. This venerable institution, which I now have the honor of representing, still remembers the bitter disappointment and mockery within the scientific community that resulted from your first expedition in 1932, which we had been weak enough to sanction in the first place. Just as my honourable predecessors did back then, I will warn you against the dangers of such an undertaking where adventurous fantasy prevails over strict scientific rigour. Edouard Mulot, Curator. I know everyone's French, but I'll just give it some panache if I can. It should have been on the right stick. Stupid. I mean, it would have cost me nothing to let me actually be able to move properly. But no. Your journal had just been updated. The different types contain... Okay. Mr. Fisher wants me to leave for Brittany this Friday to conduct a full length. She's already told him. I need to bring back something to fill the pages left. Unfortunately, I've got further questions. After, can I read this in plain speak? Not in plain speak, actually non-drone writing. After an interminable journey of I'm finally at the bottom of the Rochus Nose Lighthouse, somewhere near the tip of the Langton Peninsula in Brittany. The big interview for my article will take place here, the home of Professor Alexander Van Boy. Recluse, zoologist, and expert on Amerzone. Everything's ready. Takes great care in preparing for our interview, and even brought my good old blank press card, my totem, to remind me of why I took on this assignment. It should only take a few hours. I'll be back in Paris by tonight. Sure you will. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nudge. Oh, I got like extra pages or something. Investigations. As you progress along your journey, you may find investigative material evidence that will help you unlock additional articles for your report. You don't have to conduct these investigations, but completing them will enable you to discover additional content, delve into the secondary elements of the story. Investigations are recorded in the dedicated tab in your journal. Open with the touchpad. Keep your eyes peeled and don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. So I need a key for that. Okay, we're getting something. Scanning everything for... Oh. Ariane Dumont, Elementary School, France, Professor Valenboy. I've been told you no longer want to teach your workshop next year after disagreement with a parent of one of our pupils. For what it's worth, I sincerely think that you shouldn't take the comments of this individual, who's already notorious within our team, to heart. No one thinks you're a charlatan. You're a scientist, and the children love you. Year after year I see how fascinated they are, and their teacher too, by your sessions on the Amazonian goose. And so I hope I might change your mind by writing to you. To help persuade you, little Sophia, who was also mesmerized by your last workshop, asked me to send you something I've attached to this letter, along with the usual sign-up form for external educators. I hope you send it back to me, filled in as usual. Warmest regards, Ariane D. Nuts. Point and click adventure. It's alright, we'll find Carmen San Diego at one point. Classic. We'll find the treasure of Monkey Island.
You are the journalist, aren't you? Come on. Come. Amerzone. Amerzone. Too late for me. Too late. It's all over for me.
Okay.
I'm no longer in good health, my friend. It's a pity, but what can I do? In any case, Amerzone, all that. No one ever believed me. So, after all those years, the egg, the egg
The egg?
is still alive. Alive. Yes. I had planned to take it back over there to Amerzone. My expedition was ready and all planned down to the smallest detail. And now I have no strength left. You must go for me. You must go. Take the egg back. Take the egg of the white birds back to Amerzone. I beg you, please. You will find everything you need right here in the lighthouse. You must go to the basement. Please. You must help. For her.
Alright. So we've got to return the legendary goose egg. We got all the pieces somehow. We got a map and we got a old man that we got to report to the police who's passed away. We can't just cover him with a cloth and leave him here. That would be illegal. Okay, can reveal all the possible interactions around you by holding down the triangle button. Best avoided. The village. And somewhere out there, there's the Temple of Flight. Then the volcanic crater, then perhaps redemption. Office of the President of the Republic of President plus Amerzone. Alvarezopoulos, September 7, 1998. So I convey to you the heartfelt greetings of President Alvarez, who is in ill health and unable to reply to your letter personally. Naturally, he has fond memories of the adventures you shared in the 30s upon his return to the country. However, as I am sure you'll understand, our country's laws must apply equally to all, and the bonds of friendship we once had with our supreme guide do not entitle you to special privileges. I therefore regret to inform you that I cannot process your application for a visa to enter Amerzone. We do not wish to welcome any more scientific expedition which could lend credence in whatever form to the existence of those white birds. This Indian mythology, as with all other of its kind, is keeping our indigenous fellow citizens in a state of mind that is incompatible with our country's triumphant march towards progress and modernity. Thank you for understanding. Colonel Garcia, attached to the Secretariat of the Office of the President. So that's why he couldn't go back. It wasn't that he was just procrastinating, but that said he could have still been brave and done something. Balan boys, I never would have imagined I'd hear from you after all this time. I still remember the day you washed up on our island after the contraption of yours hit that sperm whale. Okay. I'm sure you know what has become of one of your travelling companions, Antonio Alvarez. Perhaps it would have been better if he'd gone down with your machine in the lagoon. Anyway, I'll take care of your doohickey. This backup diskette you sent with your letter. I'll hide it away like you asked, where you stayed back then. You're right to be cautious. The Amerzone one Coast Guard seems paranoid that a foreigner like you is going to try and sneak across the border sometime soon. Fair winds to your voyage, and I guess see you soon. Or not. Illegible signature. And watch out for sperm whales this time. Well, boys, what a surprise after all this time. When I got your letter, you stubborn old mule. All the memories of our trip along the Amazon River come flooding back. All that madness with your obsession with the white birds. But the country you knew is no more. Amerzone, since your pal Alvarez took over, speaking of the old legends is forbidden. I have lost a lot of friends, not only to fermented drinks. Many were crushed under the boots of the military regime, for they could even utter the words, white birds. I did warn you, you should never have stolen that egg from the Overvalahos. You cursed yourself that day, Valenbois, and with you the whole of Amerzone, and you doomed me, too, to watch the result of your folly every day. Friends dying one by one, and soon I too will follow them. Rum will get the better of me. I am dying, Alexandre. But I must forgive you, just as I believe you have forgiven me for abandoning you that day. Deep in the jungle, I will keep this backup diskette that you sent me. Hide it where you two met, you and you know who. I also leave some fuel for your infernal machine as requested. Just be warned that I will probably no longer be here to welcome you when you arrive. Luis Angel. So he's burned a lot of bridges. A lot of stuff happened here. Pueblo mission, Amerzone. My friend, it was with great joy, tinged with disbelief, that I received your letter after more than 50 years of silence. I must admit I had given up all hope that our paths would ever cross again, and to be quite truthful, I thought you were no longer with us. For we are too old now, I fear, and deep down inside the joy of meeting you again is mingled with the fear of seeing you undertake such a risky expedition at your age. Keeps going. My old friend Alexandra, I believe that I share your feelings of guilt towards poor Amerzone. We made many mistakes that only our youth could explain. Today, in the twilight of our years, we want to right our wrongs and thus attempt to obtain from our fellow human beings or from ourselves an earthly redemption that pales in comparison to divine justice. All this is very human, I know, but what a folly at your age to set off again through the Amazonian forest and marshlands. You will fail along the way and die out there. What's more, the Amazone he wants to no longer exist, my dear old fellow. Things have changed here, as in the rest of the world. You mentioned the white birds, but I've come to believe that they live only in the heady fumes of intoxication that involve the few denaturalized indigenous people who were spared by the inexorable march towards progress. You must think that I am very bitter, Alexandre, but if you only knew the sad state that this country is in now, as if it had been hit by an implacable curse. Should you persist, however, in your determination to return to Amerzone and stop over at our mission in Puebla as you have planned, note that you will not find the companion and adventures of your youth, but a poor, toothless old man who will nonetheless be delighted to welcome you under this roof. Then, like two exhausted ghosts, we will go and sit on the riverbank to watch the sun set on our lives. God be with you, David Makowski. P.S. I must say I was little surprised by your request, but I am happy to heap hold of your backup diskette, as you call it. All the more reason for you to stop in and say hello if you insist on undertaking this ridiculous venture. all of his old friends he's gonna meet, and like they're dead, and he's like dead, and oh. Sketched figures, do they look like animals? The birds. So the gas of the American River to a volcano. I think I have everything. Maybe I don't. Louis Angel, my guide, 1933. He abandoned me back then, but strangely I feel I can trust him. Oh wait, there's a second page. Is there anything else I missed? I don't think so. Amerzone Delta, where the waters of the eponymous river flow into the Atlantic Ocean, the natural border easily accessible, particularly after a stopover on Shipwreck Island. Alright. Okay, so that takes me down. I had to go up because I need the key for the basement. Okay, I don't get it. Okay, so I need to put the diskette in. Silhouettes of these men, Van Boyce and his companions. Van Boyce notes, difficult to read without using a projector. Hmm. I'm missing something. Oh, there it is. Level 2 of 6. October 1932, Antonio Alvarez, David Mikowski, and myself, Alexander Boyce, before setting off for the Amerzone. Examining Goose, the eternal guide towards the great white birds. Okay, so we need to collect all of them. That's the whole point of this journey, I think. That and the birds. And the curse.
My dear friend, I am an old man in the twilight of his years. I know now that I will never have the strength to set off again to the Amerzone. My only remaining hope resides in convincing you to go in my stead. Make amends for the wrong I have done to that country over 50 years ago. It was in 1929, at the university where I was finishing my studies in natural sciences, that I first heard of the Amerzone. I befriended a young law student from that country. His name was Antonio Alvarez, and he was later to become the despotic
Always
leader
law
that
students.
we now know today. He suggested going with me as my guide and interpreter until we got to the last steps of civilization in his country. A second companion was to join me. The Reverend Father David Mikowski, who was burning with desire to perform mission work among the inhabitants of those regions forgotten by the Creator. We set off, therefore, one morning in June 1932 on board the Hydra float, a revolutionary invention of mine.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, this first
Yeah,
prototype had
of course it did.
imperfections. The mechanics of the craft failed us on the way near Shipwreck Island. A large number of sperm whales had settled there. I feared that we might have hit one of them. It was only by a miracle that we set foot on the shores of the Amazon. But already, my friend, I realize that I'm only at the beginning of this tragic story. If you want to find out about what follows, it will be waiting for you in the basement. Your next destination, should you decide to replace me for this new journey.
Sounds a lot like King Kong. You've had Professor Valen Boy's travel journey, the memoirs of the first exhibition. So on blah 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 blah. Get the key. It's labeled basement. Alright, we gotta go down there. I know there might be something else around. I didn't do the map properly. And also you can go up here. What would be up here? Specimen seems to be some sort of venom gland. Oh gosh. Book is open at a page about the Amerzone Hoko. Page shows a female on the left and a male on the right. Oh, was there any more pages? No? Okay, so that's relevant. A bird that may be extinct, something like that? Perhaps? Oh my god, it never ends. Oh, the hydrofloat. Oh my gosh. Videotape. Antonio, a the 1996 recent recording of the returning dictator. Can you do something? Oh, I gotta press play.
Amazone is a powerful country, and the people of Amazone are its symbol. I
Just
am
checking.
the father of the Amazonian people, and as this nation among them, long live Amazone! Long live progress! Progress will liberate us, separate us from the romantic nonsense of the savages. Progress will burst open the door to the modern world so that we, the people of Amazone, may enter and take our rightful place.
Alright. I ain't reading all that. Actually, I'll look at it just for the sake of my notes. There better be something up here. I don't know if an old man could really... A really old man could take care of a place like this. It's just a bit of work. Because you still have to turn on the damn lighthouse. Unless they decommissioned it, but... Oh my gosh. Of course, we have a freaking passcode. Okay, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I should probably stop and just go to the basement. Okay. we've got a note here. This looks like it was once a former completed of external educators. Okay. Crowd of people with their arms raised. They seem to be carrying something. Thought to be difficult to make out what exactly. 4 of 6. Okay, so we're going to find all of them before we leave. Okay. Okay, so that's... Maybe I'll have to solve that puzzle before I leave. Find all the right numbers. All the slides for the projector reel. And then go down to the basement. Oh my gosh, is that part of the thing? Yeah, yeah. Alright, let's keep going down. Wait, is that something? Okay, that's up. I'm gonna call the police.
Long-River Emergency Services.
Old
Hello?
man.
Hello?
Old man dead.
Yes, it's a call from Professor Valenbois' lighthouse. Professor Valenbois. Professor Valenbois?
Bois. Okay,
I
Valenbois.
hope he's not having another stroke. I'm sending an ambulance to the lighthouse, Professor. Hold on.
Nice. Okay, why is that character a mute? I suppose it's certainly a possibility, but... Alright, that'll do. We did the right thing, though. That's a good thing to do. I mean, it's the only thing to do. Legal-wise. Was that something? Was that something? Oh my gosh. Okay, this would be better with a mouse. Okay, yeah, this would be a much better game, I think, on PC, in all honesty. I think doing this with a controller is just a bit... eh. But yeah, slower paced puzzle adventure. Point and click adventure. I don't think I want to take his Hydra boat all the way from Brittany to South America. Surely not. Oh, there it is. My hands look horrific. Okay. I like the environments have been okay in terms of graphical things, but that hand is that is dreadful. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Need help progressing. Go to the mission stat of the general press X for this trade. It's going to give you the hints to solve it. Okay. Okay, we gotta put the floppy disks. Oh my gosh. Alright. I think I've, you know, what the game is obvious at this point. Can you open now? Or I gotta do the other, okay, I'm done, it's fine. But yeah, Amerzone. Interesting little adventure. Point and click adventure with puzzles. It's a definitely different sort of pace. It's what I'm used to in games. What I prefer generally, but it doesn't appear to be bad at all, really. It's just that the hand looked awful, so maybe there's some graphical flaws as we go along in this journey. The character not having any voice, okay. But as for the detail on the lore, it seems relatively well constructed, although very eerily similar to King Kong. Not that King Kong was an original thing, but you know, nothing's original, but things can have a basis and something else and still be somewhat unique. Yeah. Tell me what you think. Do you think this game's up your alley? If so, check it out and all that. But if not, tell me why. What do you reckon? I mean, my piloting skills to be questioned, obviously. But yeah, very different. So it's good to have. I think it's always good to have a mix of games, and you do have to expand your, you know, what you'd usually go with. You go outside your comfort zones. I remember I played the old point and click sort of. Well, I mean, all games used to be point and click, so things have improved a bit or changed. That's what you say. Yeah. All right. This has been Frosty Fire 10 with another first impressions demo. Amerzone. So yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye. Oh, it cuts out the audio.